Hey, welcome to the Dark Phoenix trailer reaction here on Screen Source. The X-Men Legacy trailer just dropped. I think it's one where they kind of go back through the timeline of how we got to the point that we've gotten to.
Give us a recap.
Give us a little bit of a recap. So let's give it a watch and we'll talk about it after.
When the very first X-Men came out, nobody saw it coming.
It was like, okay, this is something new. The world said we're seeing something different here.
Where am I?
You're in my school for the gifted.
I play Professor Xavier.
Jean Grey.
Magneto.
Raven.
Cyclops.
Storm.
The whole cast really elevates the material.
I hear you're quite an animal.
Look who's talking.
The history of the franchise, I hope, will be a legacy that we satisfy the legend of these characters.
What makes all the mutants in X-Men so beautiful is that we're all different.
They're kind of outcasts.
But we joined together.
The very first X-Men changed comic book movies.
The thing about X-Men that separates it from a lot of the other superhero movies is the emotion that is found within the relationships.
This is what life looks like. People who love each other. A home.
Beyond the fantasy of these characters, there is something intrinsically human about them.
Something's happening to me. The Dark Phoenix powers consume Jean. It becomes the ultimate battle.
The world of the X-Men will never be the same. She's not Jean anymore.
It's just really exciting to be a part of something that people have loved for generations.
We couldn't ask for better, more dedicated fans.
You're not kids anymore. You're not students. You're X-Men.
Make no mistake, my brothers. When the air is still and the night has fallen, the question is, who will you stand with?
We must unite and fight as one. We will perish.
The right to fear me.
Woo!
Yeah,
Jeez, that's soon.
right. It's coming up.
Damn, look at all those movies.
Yeah, I mean, they're really drawn from the that. This is the end of the saga. I think that's what they're trying to go for.
I think so.
Yeah, I know that Disney did a big announcement since they bought Fox about. It was actually like last week or something about all the movies that are coming out.
Yeah.
In the next few years, and I don't know that X-Men's on that. Other than that
Mutants?
scary one.
New
Yeah,
Mutants.
New Mutants. You don't think it's gonna come out?
No, the last I heard, it was
gonna
get dumped to the service.
I fucking hope it doesn't get dumped.
That's what I heard. It was probably going to get dumped to the service, and that they're just going to let it go.
Fucking don't fuck with me, Disney. You're supposed to be making my life better. I'm stoked. I've been watching these movies since the beginning, and I don't remember who said it in there, but that like X-Men changed the superhero movies.
Oh yeah.
I think before that maybe it was Blade. That was like
Blade kind
that
of
was like the pinnacle of superhero movies.
like Superman. And we had Superman from the 80s all the way until the 2000s. You know, and then Blade kind of I think gave it like made it kind of like legit a little bit.
Yeah, it added
like,
some badassery to it.
Yeah,
like
it was one of the first R-rated.
And it was R-rated. It was R-rated, and
it was good.
It was a comic book kind of story, but it was also like I mean, 'cause I heard one somebody said like if you took all the vampires out of the first Blade, it would just be like a crime. He'd be like just fighting drug dealers or something. It'd work.
Wasn't Ryan Reynolds in one of? He was in like in the second.
He was in
Blade.
like when it went off the rails.
Trinity.
And then he did Green Arrow, and then he's just fucking. He's in all over the.
He's all over.
superhero stuff.
Yeah, jumped in.
Now he's Pikachu.
No, he's Pikachu. Oh, I just watched it.
Ah, nice, nice.
Yeah. Tell me about. Have we seen Phoenix before? We have.
We've
haven't we?
seen
Last
Phoenix
Stand.
in The Last Stand.
The third one. Yeah.
And don't they make mention of it in one of them? Doesn't they talk about it in Apocalypse?
Remember
one of them? It's like at the end. It's like
Future Past?
yeah, or it's one of them. It's one of them.
Yeah, is it Apocalypse?
It's one of them.
they started getting blurry for me around that time.
Yeah.
Time traveling and stuff. I loved First Class, and then they started going back and forth and blending the timelines, which is cool, but they got confusing.
First Class
Days of
was the
Future
first
Past was-
reboot of was kind of like a reboot of the series.
Yeah,
huh?
it brought the two different timeline teams together.
Yeah.
First Class.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's fun.
Oh yeah,
And it was a
I
good
had no
movie.
problem with it. There was a couple different cuts of it as well.
Okay.
Like if you had the DVD, there was like the Rogue cut, and Rogue played a bigger part.
Right. Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love the X-Men. I cannot wait to see what happens when the X-Men and the Avengers come together. It's gonna be insane.
Yeah, I'm a little tired. I'm kind of ready for an X-Men reboot.
Yeah, you're
As
tired. You're
much as
tired of
Well, I
of
mean,
the Avengers.
like, I've dug all the X-Men movies for the most part. I mean, I like what they did with them, but like
the Wolverine ones are the
and
only
they're-
ones that made me
They're
mad.
going and like I mean, even with this, I mean, this is fun, but I mean, they could tell this story so much better in the Marvel universe, and I am one of those nerds that's like, yeah, well, in the comic book, you see, and and I'm like, yeah, no. I understand that it has to be a movie,
Right.
But I'm like, we can do so much. Think about like with X-Men movies, things we haven't done because of corporate movie rights and things like that.
Sure,
we haven't seen any iconic matchups. We haven't seen we haven't seen Wolverine and the Hulk.
Right.
We haven't seen the Savage Land at all. We haven't even touched on any of that.
There's a lot
and
to look
that's
forward to.
Right? Yeah. So I'm like, I'm hoping maybe this whole merger thing will actually,
Do you think this
bring
movie
some
will
good
do
out of it.
better because Sophie Turner is in the biggest show of all time at the moment?
Maybe.
And with a
Is she
with a finale
Is she? When is the last episode?
Sunday. This
And
upcoming
this
Sunday.
this is it.
This is it.
So then I don't
Or at
know.
least
a
for
a month from now, or
Half a month.
is everybody going to be mad about the show and they're just going to
Yeah,
be
they
like, no,
are pretty
fuck
pissed
that
right now.
show,
They might
fuck
say,
her, fuck
Sophie
all these
Turner.
guys.
I think they're liking Turner's
Is she the-
character.
she's the- okay, she's
yeah,
the-
she's in the
everyone's
clear.
like, yeah.
It's Daenerys that's not in the clear right now.
When I see a trailer like this, I feel like the studio doesn't have a whole lot of confidence in their product, and they're trying to like tug on the heartstrings. Like, hey, remember, like all the good memories you had. Remember the past. Remember.
You mean with like this kind of trailer?
And then they put it together and they say like, this is the
Has
reason
it-
you should see this movie.
Hasn't there actually been reviews and they were like less than
Not coming in
stellar?
hot?
Yeah,
Hasn't?
no, this.
Yeah, and
Test
they weren't. I
screenings.
heard they didn't do very well, or it's one of those things.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. I'm like,
I hope it turns out good. I hope it's not another like Apocalypse was a little subpar.
it was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
It could have been.
certainly.
It could
It
have.
was
been
not
bad.
worse though than the Wolverine movies.
Sure. Yeah.
Even though Logan's maybe the best.
Logan's probably the
definitely.
overall.
So
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Either way, honestly, I'm stoked because I just love X-Men. So
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
No, I'm gonna watch
Yeah,
it, but I'm like, all right, let's
Just keep the expectations low.
I'm hoping they do something with this whole merger thing, and
Mm-hmm.
I hope we don't get a Dark Phoenix reboot, in 5-10 years down the line.
This
Because
is the 12th movie in the series. I wonder when was the first one.
it's like 99, 2000.
I want to say 2000.
X 2000.
2000.
Yeah,
And then 2003.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
19 years with 12.
I would say
movies.
20. It was definitely 99 when they were shooting it,
Sure.
when
yeah,
they were
yeah,
making
yeah.
it. So that's a solid 20.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, you guys gonna watch this trailer? Let us know. Or watch the trailer. You watched it with us. Are you gonna watch this movie? Let us know in the comments below. Are you stoked? Are you not stoked? And make sure to check out Screen Source episode 62, where we do a whole show of film and TV news just for you. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.